The average person spends 250 hours on their job search. But what if just 10 minutes a day could dramatically improve your success rate and mental well-being during that process?
That's such an intriguing idea, especially considering how emotionally draining job searching can be. I remember checking my email compulsively every few minutes during my last search, feeling completely overwhelmed.
You know what's fascinating? Research shows that job seekers who practice mindfulness techniques, like meditation, are 30% more likely to land interviews and report 65% lower stress levels throughout the process. It's not just about feeling better, it's about performing better.
Hmm, but how exactly does sitting quietly help with something as active as job hunting?
Well, it's actually pretty remarkable. Studies from Harvard Medical School show that regular meditation increases gray matter in areas of the brain associated with decision-making and emotional regulation. When you're juggling multiple applications and dealing with rejection, those enhanced capabilities become crucial.
That makes me think about all the time we spend perfecting our resumes, but how little attention we give to optimizing our mental state.
Exactly right. And here's something surprising. According to recruitment statistics, 63% of hiring managers say they can tell when a candidate is nervous or stressed during an interview, and it negatively impacts their hiring decisions. Meditation has been shown to reduce visible signs of anxiety by up to 40%.
You know what really interests me about this? The impact on sleep quality during the job search. I mean, we all know that lying awake worrying about applications isn't helpful, but how does meditation actually help?
So get this, a study from the University of Massachusetts found that job seekers who meditated for just 10 minutes before bed fell asleep an average of 20 minutes faster and reported 35% better sleep quality. That improved rest translated to better interview performance and clearer decision-making the next day.
Those numbers are pretty compelling. What about the actual practical implementation? Like, when during the job search process, should people be meditating?
Research points to three critical moments. First, morning meditation reduces anxiety levels by 25% throughout the day. Second, a 5-minute meditation before interviews improves verbal communication skills by 30%. And third, this is fascinating, meditation during the waiting period after interviews reduces cortisol levels by up to 40%.
That's really interesting about the improved communication skills. How does that actually work in practice?
Well, neuroscience shows that meditation enhances activity in the prefrontal cortex, the area responsible for executive function and emotional regulation. This leads to what researchers call response flexibility. Essentially, you're better able to think on your feet and respond thoughtfully rather than reactively during interviews.
The science behind this is so much more substantial than I would have expected.
And here's another surprising finding. A LinkedIn survey showed that 89% of successful job seekers reported using some form of stress management technique, with meditation being the most effective. Those who meditated regularly were 40% more likely to negotiate better salary offers because they maintained clearer thinking during discussions.
That really puts it into perspective as an investment in your career success, rather than just a coping mechanism.
Exactly. And speaking of investment, studies show that job seekers who maintain a regular meditation practice spend an average of 15% less time in their overall search. They're more efficient in their applications and make better decisions about which opportunities to pursue.
So, what would you say to someone who's skeptical about starting meditation during their job search?
You know, the data is pretty clear on this. Even skeptics who tried a simple 5-minute daily practice reported a 45% reduction in job search anxiety within 2 weeks. And here's the kicker. 78% of them continued meditating even after landing their new position because of the broader benefits they experienced.
That's such a powerful testament to its effectiveness beyond just the job search.
And looking toward the future, with the job market becoming increasingly competitive, these mental performance tools are becoming more crucial. Companies like Google and Apple are actually starting to value emotional intelligence and stress management skills in candidates, skills that meditation directly enhances.
It really seems like we're seeing a shift in how we approach the job search process.
Absolutely right. And the research backs this up. A recent study from the Journal of Occupational Health Psychology found that job seekers who incorporated mindfulness practices were not only more successful in their search, but reported 50% higher job satisfaction 6 months into their new positions. It's about building sustainable career success, not just landing the next job.
That's fascinating how the benefits extend well beyond the actual search process.
Looking ahead, experts predict that as workplace stress continues to rise, these kinds of mental management tools will become essential career skills. The ability to maintain clarity and emotional balance during career transitions might just be the most valuable job skill we can develop.